In this video, we dive into the intriguing and cautionary tale of Nancy, a 63-year-old woman who made a seemingly innocent change to her diet only to find herself facing a serious health crisis. What started as a simple swap of chips for a healthier snack quickly spiraled into a life-changing situation as Nancy's kidneys began to fail. Join us as we explore the shocking connection between her diet and kidney damage, and learn the science behind it all. From oxalates and calcium to kidney health, we break down the critical lessons everyone should know to protect their kidneys and overall health. Whether you're looking to improve your diet or just curious about kidney health, this video offers valuable insights into how what you eat can impact your body in unexpected ways. Meet Nancy, a 63-year-old woman who decided it was time to make some changes to her diet. For years, she had a habit of snacking on chips in the evening while winding down. But one day, she decided to swap out those chips for a healthier option, thinking she was making a positive choice. Little did she know, that simple change would set off a chain of events that would impact her kidneys, leading to potentially life-altering consequences. As the weeks passed, Nancy began to feel more and more exhausted. No matter how many cups of coffee she drank, she just couldn't shake the fatigue. She felt as if she was dragging herself through every day. Concerned, she decided to visit her doctor, who ordered some routine blood tests. When Nancy reviewed her results, she was shocked to see that her kidney function was highlighted in red and labeled as abnormal. She thought to herself, "That's strange. Just 8 months ago, my results were completely normal." But it seemed like something was going wrong, and Nancy had no idea what was causing it. The following day, Nancy received a call from her doctor's office. They asked her to repeat the blood tests, hoping it was just a lab error. Unfortunately, the results came back the same, and Nancy's kidneys were functioning at just 25% of a normal kidney. At this rate, her kidneys could stop working entirely in a matter of months. The big question now was, what was causing this kidney damage, and more importantly, could it be reversed? As a doctor, when approaching a case of new kidney disease, I always think about 3 main categories of possible causes. First, is there enough blood being pumped to the kidneys? In other words, is the person dehydrated or suffering from a heart or liver problem? Second, is there a problem within the kidney itself? This could range from high blood pressure, infections, or even autoimmune conditions, to more severe issues like cancer. Third, is there a blockage preventing urine from leaving the kidneys, which could cause a buildup of pressure? In men, we often think about prostate issues, but that wasn't the case with Nancy. After extensive testing, Nancy visited a kidney specialist, who listened to her story and reviewed all the tests that had been done so far. There were no signs of dehydration, heart disease, or liver issues. An ultrasound of her abdomen also came back normal with no signs of any blockages. This left the doctors thinking that the problem was more likely to be within the kidneys themselves. However, what was odd was that usually, when kidney damage is present, clues can be found in the urine sample, such as high protein levels, indicating kidney filtration damage, or the presence of red blood cells, which suggests an inflamed kidney. But surprisingly, Nancy's urine was pristine. There was no blood, no protein, everything appeared normal, which was baffling. As part of her continued investigation, Nancy underwent more tests. Her doctors looked for signs of narrowed blood vessels, autoimmune diseases, and even ordered a bone marrow biopsy to rule out cancer. But everything came back normal. 3 months went by, and unfortunately, Nancy's kidney function continued to deteriorate. At this point, her kidneys were only functioning at 20% of normal capacity, and things were getting increasingly dire. There was no time to waste. Nancy had to undergo a kidney biopsy. A kidney biopsy involves examining a tiny sample of the kidney under a microscope, which can often reveal clues as to what's causing the damage. At first, it seemed like a general kidney injury, nothing too specific. However, the doctors then exposed the sample to polarized light, and that's when they saw something unusual. What appeared to be glitter sprinkled on the kidney was actually calcium oxalate crystals. These crystals were causing the damage to Nancy's kidneys, a condition known as nephrocalcinosis. The term nephro refers to the kidneys, and calcinosis refers to the deposition of calcium. Now, for those of you wondering, isn't this the same as kidney stones? The answer is no, and here's why. While kidney stones can be formed from calcium oxalate crystals, the difference is in where the crystals form. If they form inside the urine, they create kidney stones, which can be painful but typically pass through the urinary system. However, if the crystals form inside the kidney itself, they can lead to kidney damage without ever forming stones. This raised a new question. Why was Nancy's body forming these calcium oxalate crystals? To answer that, Nancy met with a dietitian at the kidney clinic, who asked her to walk through her typical meals. Breakfast usually consisted of oatmeal and coffee with milk, lunch was an omelet on toast, and dinner was meat and potatoes, a pretty standard diet. But when it came to snacks, Nancy proudly explained that she used to eat a lot of chips and popcorn, but now, she had switched to what she thought was a healthier option: cashews. She ate about 1 kilogram of cashews per week. Now, a kilogram of cashews a week is quite a lot. It's definitely an expensive snack, but at first glance, it didn't seem like an excessive amount that could cause kidney failure. However, after doing some calculations, the dietitian found something surprising. Nancy's diet was actually very high in oxalates and dangerously low in calcium. Further testing confirmed that her urine was full of oxalates and lacked calcium. This was the worst possible combination, and it was the key to understanding what was happening with her kidneys. But what exactly are oxalates? Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in many foods, such as fruits, vegetables, grains, and nuts. The odd thing about oxalates is that they don't provide any nutritional value. In fact, they are often referred to as anti-nutrients because they can cause problems when consumed in large amounts. The good news is that for most people, only about 10% of the oxalates in food actually get absorbed into the body. That is, as long as you're consuming enough calcium. Here's the catch: calcium binds to oxalate in the digestive system, preventing it from being absorbed and allowing it to pass through the body without causing harm. But Nancy's problem was that she had a diet rich in oxalates thanks to her weekly cashew intake, and she wasn't consuming enough calcium to bind to those oxalates. As a result, her body absorbed too much oxalate, leading to a buildup of crystals in her kidneys. Nancy made some immediate changes. She stopped eating cashews and began tracking her oxalate intake. She learned that almonds, for example, actually contain even more oxalate than cashews, so it was a good thing she hadn't chosen those as a snack. She also started drinking more water to stay hydrated and added a calcium supplement to her meals to help prevent the oxalates from being absorbed. Now, if you're examining your own diet, it's important to make sure you're getting enough calcium, around 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day, depending on your age and gender. Ideally, you can get it through your diet, from sources like dairy products, broccoli, or fortified beverages. But if you're like me and don't consume dairy, you might need a calcium supplement to meet your daily needs. If you're unsure, talk to your healthcare provider. After just 2 months of these changes, Nancy's oxalate levels normalized, and her kidney function significantly improved. However, her kidney function never fully returned to normal. She's left with mild chronic kidney disease, which she'll have to manage for the rest of her life. The lesson here is clear: moderation is key. Even too much of a seemingly healthy snack, like cashews, can have dangerous consequences. That said, don't walk away from this video thinking you need to cut out all high oxalate foods. The goal isn't to completely eliminate them from your diet, but rather to limit them if you have a medical condition that makes them problematic, like Nancy did. Focus on eating a balanced diet with plenty of calcium and water to help prevent kidney stones and other kidney-related issues. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains are all healthy foods that provide essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber, so don't avoid them just because they contain oxalates. If you're still not convinced, check out this video next, where a woman made a drastic change to her diet and experienced some pretty dramatic results. This video is based on an article published in the Canadian Medical Association Journal, and I've included the link in the description below for those of you who want to dive deeper into the science. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.